Hello, Capricorn. Welcome, welcome. Happy birthday to those of you that are experiencing a birthday in the month of January. Happy belated to those of you that had a birthday in December. It is a wonderful time of year for you, Capricorn. Please excuse the bell sound. I don't know if you hear the cat bell ringing in the background. He's apparently being very noisy. So Capricorn, we are going to take a look at your astrological predictions for January 2025. We're going to look at the big picture view. We're going to look at the full moons. We're going to talk a little bit about Mercury's retrograde from last quarter. And we're going to talk about some other things which may be of importance to you. So Capricorn, let me make a minor adjustment. Make sure I pull up Capricorn charting so that we can have the accurate chart for Capricorn, charts for Capricorn for January. And while I do that, let's hop back over to our ephemeris and my notes. So for those of you that are, kind of astrology nuts like me, I keep my own ephemeris in my planner. So I know what's happening every single day of the month, and I can kind of take a look and see whether or not it's going to be a harmonious day or a difficult day. And so, I love to do that. It's a lot of fun. They're written in the symbols as well. So for those of you that are kind of learning astrology, it might be a great tool for you to kind of get an idea of what's happening throughout the month. So Capricorn, let's start out with big picture. The sun is in your sign, obviously, because it's your birthday month. So this is energizing that first house of identity and self-worth, self-expression, personal gain, that sort of thing. That means that this is your time to shine. Really, really shine during your birthday month. Take charge and set the tone for your upcoming year. So do heed that, hop on into it. Let your sparkle shine. Don't let anybody dim that sparkle. Put on your crown, walk the walk, walk the talk, and know that you are worth it and you can make changes and adjustments to the upcoming year to bring about some great growth. Now, on January the 19th at 1500, which is 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Aquarius moves into your second house of finances, movable goods, values, and material security. So with the sun moving into Aquarius, there is going to be a focus on you grounding your ambitions in practical steps and tools for building material wealth, cash flow. Think about cash flow, babies. This is super important. You can utilize the very tail end of the month and moving into February to focus on financial stability. Now, that's the big picture. Let's talk about some delays and difficulties you might have experienced in the last couple months. The last couple months might not have been too great for some of you. Capricorn, Mercury was retrograde in the sign of Sagittarius, which is in your 12th house. And the 12th house is an extremely introverted house. It's where you go into this sense of introspection, spiritual development, spiritual exploration. It's a subconscious house where you tend to be up here more than you are out socializing. And you are a social creature, Capricorn, so you need that socialization. And because Mercury was retrograde, you may have revisited some past regrets, some past difficulties, some past things that occurred in your life. And you may have also experienced some delays and some struggles that made you feel like you were disconnected from the world or disconnected from your social group, or you may have felt like you just didn't belong in some way. And so Mercury went direct, stationed direct in the middle of December, which may have provided some relief, which would have been great. Some relief for my social creatures that I'm talking to right now. Yet we see that the actual complete energy of Mercury going direct and Mercury retrograde is going to be gone by about mid-January. And then all those delays will start to move forward again. You will have an opportunity to clear any misunderstandings that may have occurred in the previous 2 months. And you should start seeing movement again and start feeling a little bit more like yourself, which is fantastic. Now, another key planetary movement that's going from retrograde to direct is Uranus, and that is occurring on January 30th at 11:22 Eastern Standard Time in the sign of Taurus. This is in your 5th house. So you are not only experiencing a, shall we call it, backwards movement, even though the planet doesn't actually move backwards, it tends to take the energy backwards to revisit things. And so the 5th house is the house of joy, creativity, children, romance. So you may have found that there were delays and difficulties in connecting romantically with others, connecting with your children or with your parents. There could have been some misunderstandings with people as well. You may have been feeling that intense sense of, having to be in that solitary energy of that 12th house, while also at the same time struggling to connect with others because of the 5th house. So once again, joy in all of those things should start to lessen as you move through the month. So each day as you move towards the middle of the month, you should feel it lessening a little bit more, providing more joy into your life, providing more sense of creativity, more sense of excitement. You may even find yourself wanting to pursue some sort of artistic pursuit in the next couple of weeks. So keep that in mind also. January the 13th. We have a full moon in Cancer. Full moon in Cancer, and that is at 17:26 or 5:26 p.m. This is in your 7th house of partnerships. That means there's going to be a focus on one-on-one relationships, the ones that are closest to you. So it will be romantic partners, your best friends, the coworkers that you spend the most time with, your family members that you're closest to. So both your personal and professional relationships will be highlighted, and it's going to be a time to reflect on those one-on-one relationships. Now, here's something to keep in mind. The full moon is about endings and new beginnings. The full moon is also a fantastic time to forgive yourself and others for things that may have happened in your lifetime or in your last 30 days, right? So there's going to be a need for you to visit. Is there anything that needs to be resolved between you and these people that you're closest to? Do you want to connect more with them, spend more time with them? This is a 2-week period following the full moon where you can really strengthen those bonds with the people that are closest to you. So work towards strengthening those bonds. Who can you contact on a daily basis just to say hello and check in on, right? Like strengthen those bonds and work on developing and harmonizing those connections. The full moon will be pushing you to do that. Now on January the 29th, we have a new moon in Aquarius at 07:35 Eastern Standard Time. That's in your 2nd house of finances again. So pop back over to this house of finances at the end of the month. And it'll be a great time for you to set intentions on how to build material growth. Is there something you can do, maybe a second job or another form of income, another income stream that can also increase your material wealth? What is it that you can do that can put yourself into a more secure position than you already are and deepen the priority of building financial cash flow? So this is super, super important for you at the end of the month, cash flow. So don't be overspending in the middle of the month, just because you're going to be focused on your finances at the end of the month. Be careful of that. There are some planetary alignments that could cause overindulgence for some. So we'll see if yours happens to be one of those. I think it very well could be. So be careful. Now let's take a look at the fated energies, the mystical cosmic influences that cause us to have to go within and really focus on our own fears, worries, and insecurities. We're going to talk about Chiron, and we're going to talk about Lilith. Chiron is the wounded healer. It brings up past trauma. Dear Chiron, why do you have to do this to us all the time, right? Chiron is going to be in Aries. Aries is in your 4th house of home and family. Capricorn, old traumatic wounds regarding family and your home may come up in this next month. And Chiron is going to be in Aries the entire month, so you may be faced with those issues during the month. So keep an eye out for them. Just know that if they're coming up, it's because you need to heal something in order to move beyond it. So do your best to heal old wounds related to any kind of powerful family dynamics that you may have right now. Those family dynamics could also challenge your sense of belonging because of the previous energies that you were dealing with in December and that are kind of lingering at the beginning of January. So just know that this will be a time for you to heal those wounds so that you can feel that deeper sense of belonging to family, whether that's blood-related family or the people that we choose to be our family. Black Moon Lilith covers our shadow energy, and Black Moon Lilith is in the 8th house. This is a tough energy for you, Capricorn, because the 8th house involves transformation and sudden endings, sudden upheaval, sudden change. And the 8th house can also have to do with shared finances. So you are going to be forced to have to face any fears and insecurities regarding intimacy, regarding trust, and regarding financial partnerships. That's going to be a theme that kind of comes and goes throughout the month. So just know when it comes up, it's because you're being forced to face it so you can get beyond it. It's important to get beyond it. Now, Vertex. Love Vertex. Vertex brings fated encounters for us. That's that serendipitous moment, right? Where you meet the right person at the right time, or you see the right thing at the right time, and it leads you forward in some, beautiful dynamic way that we have to tell the world about because it's so amazing. And this is going to be in your 2nd house. Here we go again. Back to your material growth. You could meet somebody that you could end up partnering with, or signing on as a client, or going to work for. That could increase your financial stability. This is very, very good. Love to see this for you, Capricorn. Now let's take a look at some stuff we've got going on in the month of January. January the 2nd. That's today. It's the day that I'm recording this. Note that the energy will last a few days beyond this time. This is a very, very charming and harmonious time for you, Capricorn. This weekend will be a very charming weekend for you. You have the potential to strengthen relationships with heartfelt communication over the next couple days. It favors networking. It favors writing. It favors using your thoughts creatively. So that's an important energy. On the 6th, all of a sudden things kind of change a little bit because Mercury squares Neptune. And when Mercury squares Neptune, it can cause some foggy thinking, especially in those financial matters. So be careful of those overindulgent time frames. Financial matters are coming into play towards the end of the month, but it will cause some fogginess regarding shared resources. You're going to have to be a little bit cautious about any misunderstandings regarding that and finding a solution. Double check all details, double check all contracts that you're signing, and avoid making financial commitments on January 6th. If I were you, I would wait till January 9th or 10th before you sign any kind of contracts, if possible. So don't go looking to buy that car until after the 10th, okay? So let's see what comes next. January the 13th, the Sun trines Uranus. This is great. Trines are fantastic. I love trines. This can spark some creative flow. So any creative projects you have, you may suddenly get some sort of innovative idea or exciting idea on how you can move them forward and how you can put your personal touch on them. So Capricorn, it's almost like you will not only want to express yourself creatively, but you will want that expression to be something that people recognize as a part of you. So look for a unique way to stand out and showcase your talent, because that will be helpful to you. Trust in your individuality and embrace bold ideas. This is the same time as the full moon. So you're going to have a lot of energy on the full moon, passionate energy driving you forward. So make sure that you take those into consideration. Be unique. Be uniquely you. It's okay to do that. See, January the 12th, the day before that, Mars trines Neptune. This is good. Your intuition will be heightened. It's fantastic. So not only will your intuition be heightened, you'll have creative expression. Then there's the full moon. There's that passionate energy. So it's a really good time for you around the 12th and 13th. If you have a birthday around the 12th or 13th, that's even better. That's fantastic. And you might find some inspiration in spiritual pursuits. Look at behind the scenes work and any meditation. That would be very helpful for you as well. On the 23rd, Mercury opposes Mars. This could bring tension on the financial front. This is where you have to fight the impulsive desire to spend money. Avoid it at all costs on the 23rd of January. Only buy what you need. Be careful of impulse buys. Be sure to be patient with yourself as well. That's going to be important. On the 25th, Capricorn, Venus trines Mars. So this is good for communication. Venus and Mars are going to be in good placement, good for communication, bringing balance, resolving any conflicts, and strengthening bonds. So that's a positive energy. On the 26th, Venus sextiles Uranus. And this could bring a strong, playful energy for you. And with Uranus, there may be unexpected opportunities, unexpected romance. You know, you might meet somebody suddenly that you just weren't expecting to and develop this kind of romantic connection. And you may have, you know, an exciting connection that comes into your life at that time. So that looks pretty good. All right, Capricorn, I'm going to leave that there. Love and light to you. Mahalo nui loa. Kiss, kiss. And I'll see you on your next video. Until then, I'm wishing you nothing but great things and an absolutely wonderful solar return.